and welcome everybody to the first episode of Lockdown Diaries. I'm extremely privileged to be talking to a few people here in this series. In this series, we would be interacting and engaging with some of our people who have shared their stories on EXL Social, My Story section. These stories tell us about their experiences, achievements, and contributions towards the society during the COVID-19 lockdown phase. In the first episode today, we are joined by Brian Hall, Functional Lead Operations Columbia, USA. Brian has been with EXL for over 5 years now and is married to a nurse and has two lovely children. Today, I'm extremely privileged to be hearing his story and also to know about his experience during the COVID. So, without much ado, I'm going to now ask Brian to talk a little bit about, his story where he mentioned that his wife is a nurse and he and his wife have been managing two children during the COVID circumstances.
Yes, thank you, Manishi, and everyone else for inviting me here. My name is Brian Hall. I'm located in Columbia, South Carolina. I'm married to a beautiful woman named Kelly, and I have two wonderful children, Hampton and Wellesley. I have 14 and 6. COVID-19 has affected us in such a way and given us such an impact. As soon as it happened, as soon as everything was shut down, my wife immediately went to work. My children came home and my whole role changed in my life. I was not only a father, but now I was educator, the spiritual leader, the chef, the therapist, the all-around yard man, and Mr. Fix-It in the house. So my life has been impacted drastically from this. I'm very lucky that my wife goes and gets to go help people daily and come home daily, but they're long hours. And so it's a burden that I'm happy to take for my family to make us successful.
Thank you, Brian. There are multiple roles you are doing. I hope you are relaxing right now on the virtual beach like me. But just shifting the gears, I cannot move out of my house. I'm so paranoid at this point of time. I can't think of getting COVID. Now, it must be taking a very large heart every day to see your wife go to work. How do you feel about it? What are your sentiments when she's going out as a healthcare worker to help others?
That's it's very mixed feelings. I'm terrified and fearful when she leaves, but I'm extremely happy and proud of her. Leaving the house in the morning, I get up with her very early just to be with her because the truth of the matter is I don't want to be the last time I see her if she gets sick or something, that matter. And then I'm very proud of her and just happy because I know that's her calling. What she does as a nurse and just her heart is given to everybody she comes in contact with. She feels this need and to go out and change the world one person at a time, and she does this. And she's with people that are in need daily in the worst moments of their lives, and she's there to be their shining star, and I'm super proud of her for that.
Great. But Brian, more and more I'm talking to you, I'm realizing that healthcare workers, they are really, those superheroes like Avengers. That said, their families are no less than heroes because, they are there supporting them, working on their morale and understanding what they are doing because it's a risk to the families as well. So, how did you make your children understand about their responsibilities in these difficult times? And how did they react to it?
It was very tough. Um, we spoke with them every day, multiple times a day, and explained to them that any questions they have about COVID-19 or their feelings to just speak to us. We'll stop whatever we're doing to address it. Today, with our young children, they're filled with the anxiety and the fear, and they need help in expressing that. And so it took some time. I would say after the first week of talking every day, multiple times a day, that they really finally got it. And it was difficult for them and impacted them because as my son, he's 6, he didn't understand why he couldn't play with his friend Brad down the street. And we had to explain to him that it's not that Brad's sick or any of his family sick. It's that we have to protect other people. because his mom is a nurse, she gets directly exposed that what we're doing is protecting others in our neighborhood, in our community, because we don't want them to get sick. Because the truth of the matter is, random people are affected differently from COVID. It could be a healthy person, it could be an adult or a child, and we need to do our part to help. And what we have done is implemented using Zoom and FaceTime, these great tools to where it's great to see a 6-year-old get on a Zoom with his friends and play trucks and cars and superheroes. So that's what we have had to do.
No, yeah, yeah, absolutely. I understand that. So, Brian, is there any message that you would want to give to EXL and to people who are going to be watching this video?
Yes, there is, and that's a message of hope. Uh, right now, COVID-19 has taken over the world. Just like any flood, water will rise and it will crest, and then it will recede, just like COVID-19 will. Uh, we're fortunate that our heroes have come to save us. It's not the heroes we see in TV carrying the big guns, fighting the armies. It's our neighbors, it's our siblings, it's our family that stepped up to come and save us, really. From the nurses and doctors that didn't think twice about going and saving the sick patient, to our grocery workers and our truck drivers that are going sleepless nights as well to deliver our supplies, and to work to make sure we can get supplies, to even our neighbors who took on another job as delivering goods from the local markets to make sure we can eat and our children are taken care of. So we've changed from a world where we have come from I, and we've changed to we. And with this change of we are helping each other. It's no longer I'm surviving, we are surviving. And I think EXL has shown that and helped us when the pandemic happened. EXL did not say, I'm going to take care of EXL. Our leaders came together and said, we are going to take care of you. They've done this by the many seminars and meetings you have seen that you have received requests for to go out and see about, learning how to deal with anxiety and stress. The recent one I just watched was the mindfulness. So it's our world has changed, and it's changing for better. Uh, we are out here to help each other and to succeed, and we are the EXL family. And our leaders have pushed that initiative for us so we can succeed and be successful.
Great, Brian. So let's dedicate this episode to the heroes, be it the truck drivers, be it the police people, be it the doctors in the front line, anybody who's getting the groceries. I think we should really respect and thank them. And my personal wishes are with your wife. You might want to thank her on our behalf because whatever she's doing it for the whole humankind and community. So I really, really enjoyed, my conversation with you and also got inspired, Brian. And anybody, who has not read Brian's story on EXL Social, I urge all of you to go to EXL Social and read his story. Also to respect all the people who are helping us today during the COVID. And we will come back to you with many such inspiring stories. Thank you so much, Brian.